Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking this video. In today's tutorial, I'd like to show you how I created this amazing church flyer in Photoshop. So make sure you follow me step by step to get everything right. So in the first place, let's go ahead and create a new document. So we click on File and click on New. The rate for this flyer is 1080 pixels and the height is 1080 and the resolution lies at 1000 pixels. Then we click on Create. If at all you want to follow this tutorial, I'll be placing the link in the description so you can go ahead and download the link, the resources. So let's first of all click here to unlock the layer and then click on FX and then click on gradient overlay. So with the gradient overlay, let me actually copy the color code for you. So the color code on the left side is FACC22, while the color code on the right side happens to be FF0000. And we click OK and click OK here as well. So let's go ahead and place our first resource. So we click on File and place the resource. So we click on Place Link, and now we have our resources over here. If at all you want to follow the tutorial, go ahead and download the resource so you can continue or you can follow me step by step. And now let's click here to and choose a soft light for this. And now let's actually click on this side to open this particular resource up like this. So let's open this up, and now let's go ahead and then bring in our image. So we click on File and click on Place Link. So with this, we will be adding some small amount of retouch to the image to make it more realistic. So with this, let's go ahead. So I have my image over here. Alright, so my image is here, so I'll click on Place Link, and then with this, as you can see, the image is a bit pale. It looks a bit pale, so let's open it up like this. Sorry, it's not supposed to be like this. So let's open it up like this, and now let's click here and go to Filter, and I'll choose a Camera Raw filter. So with this, let's actually add some small amount of exposure and reduce the contrast, and then add some small amount of highlight to it and reduce the white and then reduce the blacks as well. Let's actually increase the blacks. Let's reduce the blacks. If we reduce it, it will look like this. And now let's add some amount of textures to it and do same for clarity. Let's do same for clarity, and then with the contrast, let's reduce the contrast up a bit and do same for the highlight. So with the highlight, let's actually reduce the highlight, and then the shadow too, we reduce the shadow as well. And now with the height, let's actually brighten up by increasing the height and then reduce the black, and then the clarity, the texture, we increase the texture and increase the clarity as well, and then we click on OK. As you can see, this one is a bit, it's looking a bit heavier, so let's reduce it. Let's click to reduce the clarity. So we double click on the Camera Raw filter, and then it will pop up, it will open like this. And now let's reduce the clarity up, and then we click OK. So now this is looking perfect. So the next thing we have to do is to create our shape. So we click on our rectangle shape and draw a nice rectangle. Draw a nice rectangle at the back of this. So we click and draw a nice rectangle like this. And let's make sure we select a white color being selected. And now come to your left side, your right side, and bring the rectangle shape beneath the image of the pastor, and now we click on OK. Alright, so this, we're having something like this. Alright, it is actually looking perfect. And now we will have to create another rectangle shape again. So we click on the shape and then click on the rectangle tool and draw a nice rectangle shape like this. And with this, we will actually have to choose an overlay for this. So we go to the blending options and then choose, let's actually choose an overlay, and with the color, let's choose a white color. Alright, so it has been brightened up like this. So the next thing we have to do is to actually select our type 2 and then type G, letter G. Let's actually reduce this. Let's reduce all the way up like this. So Control A and G. Alright, so with this G, let's actually select and then click to increase the size of this. And I'll place this beneath the image like this. And now we have to go to the opacity and reduce the opacity of this. So let's actually reduce the opacity all the way down to 21%. So the name of this font that I use is actually MTN Brighter Font, MTN Brighter Sans. So you can download it, you can get it at dafont or bfont.com and download your font. Alright, so this, let's actually check what we have to do next. So we have to type in our text. We have to type in our text. So the text is prophetic encounter. So we click on horizontal type and type in. Let's actually convert this to smart object so that we don't find ourselves wanting the G, letter G, and now we can type without having ourselves stressed. So let's reduce the size of the text. And type in prophetic. Alright, so Control A and type in prophetic encounter. So make sure you press on the caps lock to have a capital letters. Prophetic encounter. And then Control A to highlight everything and choose a different font for this. So the name of the font we will be using for this is actually a Contage font. We'll be using a Contage font, so you can download this font as well. It is actually very nice, Contage. So I have the Contage font here, and now the actual size, actually the display is 21, Contage 21%. So 21%. Then we click enter, and now let's choose a white color for this. And now let's actually bring it here. Let's bring it here. Control A and then choose the left alignment. And now we can actually click here and reduce the size of the intervals. So let's actually bring them together like this. And now with our image being selected, the image of the prophet, let's actually shift it to the right side and then select this particular shape as well, and then shift the shape to the right side as well. And now we can have space here, so we can bring our prophetic encounter here. So let's bring our prophetic encounter here. And now let's see the next thing we have to do. So we have to create a shape. We have to create a shape beneath this. Alright, so the pastor should come here a bit, and now this font should be on top of the pastor like this. And now we have to click on our rectangle shape and draw a nice rectangle beneath this like this, and choose a gradient color for this. So you actually use the gradient that we used for the first one. So we click on this, we click on this gradient icon here. Now let's choose this color, and let's use the angle 25 degrees for it. And now we have it perfectly like this. So let's go to place and place our next resource on this. We click on file and click on place link. If at all you are loving this tutorial, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel so YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designers. So with this, let's right click and then choose create clipping mask. And now let's go to overlay and choose a color overlay for this. And now let's click to reduce the size so that it can actually, the effect can take impact on this particular shape. Alright, so we are having the effects like this. It's actually working on it. So let's select both of this and put them up like this. Let's see the next thing we will have to do. So we actually have to place this particular image and then the text, the image of the shape as well. We select both of them and then shift them to this side a bit. Alright, so we're supposed to be on this so that it will look nice, as you can see this one. So let's actually copy this text and then paste it here so that we can actually move fast for this tutorial. Alright, so the dive, we have to place it here so it will be on top of this to take away my shape model. So the next shape we will have to draw is this one. So we click our rectangle shape and draw a line shape like this. So after drawing this, let's make sure we choose an orange color, and now let's click this part and make sure we click this in the middle of this part, this particular area. And now let's actually curve this area along like this. And now we have to duplicate this, so Ctrl J to duplicate, and then one beneath it, let me see the color that I use. So I use a white color for the front one. So this one, you actually choose a white color for it. Alright, and then you have to shift this like this. And now copy our text as well and paste it on it. The text of the pasta, the name of the pasta. So we copy the name of the pasta and then place it here. Now let's create another rectangle shape like this. Let's draw another rectangle shape. And I'll choose a white color for this. And as we did for the first one, let's make sure we click in the middle part. This one I want to affect all of the shape, so we click in the middle part of this area, and now it will affect everything. When we actually drag it, it will affect everything like this. Alright, so we have a curved shape. Now let's shape this one up like this and copy the text on it. So let's actually copy this text and then bring them all the way here and paste it here as well. Alright, so we have to place this here. And now let's draw another shape on this. So we click our rectangle shape and I click on the shape and draw a line shape beneath. But before then, let's create a new layer so that we can only, it can only affect this. Now let's draw this here and choose a gradient color for it. So let's choose this gradient color and let's make sure the angle is on 25 degrees. Then we click on enter. And now let's go to this part as well and then let's actually curve these areas like this and then click here. So let's drag this all the way here. And the next thing we have to do is to reduce the opacity of this. So we just reduce the opacity around 51% and it will be okay for us. Alright, so let's actually copy the logo, the name of the church logo, and the church logo, the name of the church. So let's copy all this and send them there. we actually have to paste this here. Now let's copy the present as well. And paste it here as well. Guys, as you can see, we have successfully designed this particular flyer, church flyer in Photoshop. So if at all you've loved this tutorial, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel so YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designers. Thank you for watching my video.